Hey everyone, welcome back to Chronically Caty. I'm Katie, and also Catherine Lyle. That's also my name. That's my legal name. I go by Katie. So you can call me Catherine or Katie. I don't care. Today's video is all about my diagnosis story. So let's begin from the beginning. So when I was 12, I started having symptoms of depression. I started sleeping in all day. I would not eat very much. I wouldn't go out of the house at all. I would lay in bed all day. I was so down and depressed, and I didn't know what was going on because I'd never been taught, oh, depression or mental illnesses. Not saying it's against my parents, but I just never knew about mental illnesses. And then I hid being depressed when I didn't know I was depressed. I thought I was just crazy for about 6 months. Then my boyfriend, who turned out to be an abusive boyfriend later on, right now he was good when I was 12. But I told my parents, hey mom, I want to die. That sentence crushed our family, really did. So they watched over me, and of course I had to tell her on a Friday afternoon when all the doctor's offices was closed. So she was pretty crushed. I think we all were. And then we went to my primary care doctor, and she had a lady from a mental hospital interviewing me, and I went home, packed my bags, and went to my first mental hospital. Honestly, that was a horrible experience. And it was really hard for me because the first night, I will never forget this. The first night, they put me in a room all by myself with no one down the hall, no nurse's desk, just completely isolated. I was so scared. I was depressed. I was suicidal. I didn't know what to do, and I just prayed to God that he would kill me. But he said no, thankfully. I can thank him now. So once I got out, my mom searched for me a doctor and a psychiatrist, and I was officially diagnosed with depression and anxiety at 13. Now, from the ages of 13 to 16, they were horrible. I was suicidal and depressed through 13 through 16. I went into a hospital a total of 4 times. My boyfriend turned abusive, and I stayed with him till I was 16. So I was miserable, depressed, sad, lonely. I even had some suicide attempts. That's what I did from the ages of 13 through 16. Now I'm at 16. So my mom pulled me out of school, and I broke up with my abusive boyfriend, never saw him again, and now I'm being homeschooled. So I fell in love with homeschool, and I started to recover. We went to a new church. I got very active in the worship team. I was really loving it. It was fun. I was getting better with the right medicines, because believe me, I've been on medicines this whole time, but it's very hard when you're mentally ill. It's very hard to find that combination of medicines that can really help you. So I did that, and then I was stable for about a year. So for the year when I was 16, I was stable. I was doing great. Then 17 rolls around, and I hit rock bottom. Rock bottom of my depression, rock bottom of suicidal thoughts. I was there. It was miserable. And this is when I started to do so I was stable from 16 to 17. I'm 18 now. Okay, forget that I was depressed and suicidal at 17. I'll edit that out. But now I am 18, and I officially got my diagnosis of bipolar type 1. Then, of course, I hit a rock bottom. I hit it so hard. I was so depressed, so suicidal from the entire age of 18. I was miserable. So then I did ECT treatments. And if you don't know what ECT treatments, I will do a whole video on them, but just to give you the overview, it's when you're extremely depressed and suicidal, and the doctors use a machine and shock your brain. It is horrible. I do not recommend it, but I will do a whole nother video on it. So ECT treatments got me unsuicidal, but they did not cure my depression. So another year goes by, and I finally start to get better. Now I'm 19, and my bipolar, depression, anxiety is stable. Yes! But guess what happens next? Chronic illness hits. It was literally like I woke up one day and my body hurt. There was no rhyme, no reason, no car accident, no nothing to prove that I had fibromyalgia. But I hurt so bad. I still hurt so bad. So at first my fibro was just in my back and legs. And so I went to a couple of doctors, I would say 3 when I was 19, and they all diagnosed me with fibromyalgia. But then they said they wouldn't treat me because I don't have arthritis. So at 19, I was officially diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Fast forward, still in pain, still struggling, no help from doctors, no medicine that helps. Fast forward to I'm 20, and then I get lab works done at my stomach doctor, and he says, hey, you might have arthritis. Go through another doctor, do more tests, and that doctor says you might have rheumatoid arthritis. But they won't treat me, of course. So they give me nothing, they give me a packet and send me on my way. So now I have fibro, maybe rheumatoid arthritis, no one's really sure. And now I got to see my primary care doctor. He's not sold on the idea if I have rheumatoid arthritis. I mean, one doctor was pretty sure I did, one doctor says no. It's just very conflicting. But I definitely know I have fibro. So I'm still in pain, and I have been to 6 doctors currently, and none of them have treated me. Not one. They give me a diagnosis, give me a packet, and send me on my way. And now I'm having some girly problems. So I won't go in detail with this. I'll just say I may have endometriosis. I'll put it up here, the word. It's hard for me to pronounce. So I go tomorrow to run some tests and see my doctor, my OBGYN, because what I'm going through isn't normal. So yeah. So currently, I'm not depressed, but I do get really down. I'm in extreme pain from fibro. Extreme back and leg, hands and feet. Extreme pain. Worst pain ever. And I have to use a wheelchair. I can't even stand in the shower. I can't stand for more than 2 minutes. And now my lady parts are falling apart. So, I'm just really struggling. And my mom just had brain surgery, and I've been taking care of her, but she's having a rough recovery, so just lots of things are going on. But I know this video was kind of long, and it was me kind of ranting, but this is just the truth. This is what I've been through, and now currently I'm trying to figure out if I have rheumatoid arthritis. I know I have fibro, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my lady parts. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you all so much. Have a blessed day. I love you all. Bye.